What's up, guys and gals? Your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys Ayakashi Triangle Chapter 65, and I have very, very little to say about this chapter, in all honesty. I almost thought about not actually doing a review for this chapter, just because I don't really have a whole lot to say. The last couple of chapters were really fire, and maybe we were getting a little too cocky, maybe we were getting a little too much high expectations, because now we're sort of back to just a regular Ayakashi Triangle chapter, and not that the chapter is bad in any way, it's just they fight. Matsuri finds his way into the mirror world to save the day sort of idea, or start round goddamn 2 of the battle, and Suzu and Roka and Shiroge and everyone were fighting off Hinojiki in the mirror world. It's pretty much all that happened. We did learn about the fact that everything is magnified in the mirror world, or something similar to that idea. So the idea here is that when the Omokage gets devoured of Suzu's, when she tries to save Roka from Hinojiki's jaw or whatever, she ends up, it feels like her own arm has been eaten. Her own arm. She feels all the pain that her Omokage had. So definitely an interesting development there, I suppose. And she does struggle with the idea of allowing this to happen, and she's crying and she's in a lot of pain and stuff like that, but she continues to allow the other one to get, she allows the Omokage to get devoured in a way to apparently, it will delay the amount of time until Hinojiki self-destructs, so they can try to figure out how to, remember, Suzu wants to save Hinojiki, so they need to, because Shiroge says at the beginning of the chapter, it's only going to take a matter of minutes before Hinojiki goes kaboom, self-destructs, and that's the end. But Suzu doesn't want that. Suzu wants to save him, yada, yada, yada. So, though I don't really agree with the reasoning here, is that they still don't have a plan to stop him necessarily, but she says that she has figured it out, how to save him, but does not have, Roka and her do not have and the secret to this is battle experience. And is it just me, or does that make no goddamn sense? Because, Matsuri shows up at the end, as we know, and stuff like that, and Matsuri says, "I'll swear I'm going to protect you. I swear I'm going to finish this, yada, yada, yada," classic stuff, right? But the thing at the end of the day is that Matsuri, what does battle experience have to do with the fact that Hinojiki has been taken over and is going to self-destruct because of Evil Mai? Because of Shadow Mai? How does battle experience account for any of that? By that logic, he never should have... The old man just standing there when he stood up and was going to be all badass. Battle experience. Problem solved. I don't know where she's going with this. Is she trying to say something along the lines of, I figured out that we can't figure it out, but somebody like Matsuri might be able to figure out a way because he's been in so many battles? But that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because that's not what she says. She figured it out. Not that I can't figure this out. We need someone with battle experience. The way it was worded could be a translation thing by Viz, but either way, I didn't really get that. And as I said, that was pretty much the chapter. Not that overall, that one little thing was kind of bothersome. The chapter itself was fine, the pacing was fine and everything. Nothing too crazy. As I said, Matsuri finds a way into... The chapter felt extremely short. Basically, we open up with Matsuri not being able to get into the mirror world, where Hinojiki chases Roka and Suzu. Suzu gets hurt, and Matsuri shows up. It was a very, very short chapter, and it doesn't feel like a whole lot really happened. But does that mean it's a bad chapter? No, not at all, not necessarily. It's just, this is the whole reason I almost said to myself, why am I doing a review for this particular chapter? Because what else is there to talk about, So I guess that's the chapter review. I guess I could talk to you all about my expectations, because otherwise this video is going to be extremely short. I guess I could tell you, I'm hoping to expect, of course, Hinojiki is going to inevitably join the side of everybody else. I don't think he's going to become a friend like Roka or anything like that, all living together, that kind of deal. I think Hinojiki will aid from time to time, be that anti-hero, that standoffish anti-hero from classic Western cartoons or kids animes sort of idea. You always have the badass, Kai from friggin' Beyblade, or you have trying to think of another example. Well, there's not really one in Digimon like that. I guess you have what's his name from Metabots, anyways, it doesn't matter, but the point is that I feel like Hinojiki will become that type of character. I feel we got 2 chapters until Hinojiki is saved, either next chapter or the chapter after that, but up until chapter 67, I think that Hinojiki will be saved. I do think Hinojiki will be saved. I don't think they're going to kill off Hinojiki in this way, because they already killed off Hinojiki once when he was evil. I think the point of bringing him back just to kill him off again wouldn't make a whole lot of sense narratively. And then we're going to get a more like, oh, well, that plan didn't work out in Shadow Mai over Crystal Ball, and we're going to have Garaku be put on the front lines once again, but this time maybe not a way where he can sort of get out of dodge. So, yeah, what do you guys think? What do you guys think is going to happen? Where do you think the plot is developing to? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Apologize that the review is late and short, but realistically, I'm surprised I ended up doing it at all. So, let me know what you guys thought. Like, comment, subscribe. As always, don't forget the 4th and most important thing, to drink responsibly, as always, as I always do. And we will see you guys back here next time for chapter 66. Hopefully there's a little more to dive into in the next chapter. And that's it for me. See you back here next time. Peace out.